Coach, you're down 31-10 late in the fourth, early in the fourth. Just talk about what your message was to your team.
Well, I thought it'd be a good idea if we scored, but the biggest thing is you just got to stay in there and keep playing because you don't know what's going to happen, and you keep slugging away and putting pressure on them by your own level of play, and hopefully they break at some point, and hopefully you make things happen for yourself, and we did that. I thought we did a good job playing a complete game. We played a sloppy game, but we played a complete game, and we battled for four full quarters.
Coach, given Luke's comeback history, why pull him in favor of a player with no
We were
experience?
being cautious with Luke, so we were being cautious with Luke, and Helinski was hot the drive before that.
What did you see from Tyler? Just your overall impression of what he was able to do tonight?
I thought his first drive was not, it started out fine, and then he needs to take care of the football better, and made some bad choices. But then I thought his drives after that he did a really good job.
Coach, what was your view on the receivers in the first half? How did you view their play?
Not very well. I thought that our receivers played timid, and I think that we got some young guys out there that do one thing in practice, and they have to do everything they do in practice in a game. And yeah, guys are going to try to batter them around, and we can talk about young, but they've got to go out there and play like they deserve to be there a whole game instead of a half. But I thought they did the second half, and I think this is good for them and probably help their play in the future.
What kept you guys from getting a rhythm offensively in the first half?
I don't know. That's a great point. We were like one of the most constipated offenses on earth, and we played timid and cautious. I thought we were soft up front on the offensive line. I didn't think backs hit the hole very hard. We didn't rush the ball well the whole day. I think we became very one-dimensional, and then they just started preying on stuff, and then we didn't push the ball downfield very well. And, we got to play better than that.
What was your message to the team at the beginning of the fourth quarter? You rallied them all together.
Yeah, just the message was, just to get the most out of each individual play, and don't stop till the clock says 0-0-0. And I thought we did a pretty good job of that. It'd be nice to have 4 full quarters of that, but we had a quarter.
Did you tell him anything different at the start of the overtime?
No, not really. Not really. Just make sure everybody's on the same page.
It seemed like Tyler, when he got out there, he really started to get the outside receivers involved, Isaiah Johnson and Mack and Tavares Martin. Did you see a difference with him and Luke today in getting the ball outside?
Well, I thought we played a little better up front as time went on, and I did think we were awfully one-dimensional and just. I thought we were one-dimensional for most of the first half. I thought that we needed to, unleash more. I thought we played too cautious. We played to not screw up, and that's no way to play a football game because nobody wants to watch a football game where somebody's playing to not screw up. You want to see somebody letting it rip and letting it fly, and offensively that's what, we needed to do.
Mike, you're talking about something other than throwing. I mean, Luke threw the ball downfield a few times, tried to throw long.
No, he said we weren't getting off at receive. No, I think our whole offense, we're a bunch of cautious patty cakers out there. Yeah, our offensive line, we weren't really whipping anybody. I hope they're not listening to their press clippings. As a matter of fact, I may never say anything positive about them again. But we weren't really moving them. I mean, that whole first half, Boise State did whatever they want to with our offensive line. They did whatever they want to with our running backs, and then they constricted us offensively to the point where we're just making these little bitty baby passes, and we got receivers who think they're really good players. If you don't believe me, just listen to them talk as they walk around the hall, and they're getting jammed and beat up on by kids approximately their same age. And all right, how about that? We got a special guest, Mark Rippon.
All right, Coach. Congrats.
All right.
Go Cougs.
I appreciate it. Go Cougs. And you got to be violent and you got to get off of that stuff. Otherwise, then all of a sudden, you're sitting there playing with 8 guys, in which we did too much of that, and And then, you know, when we got in a rhythm and all that, then we were pretty explosive. But, you know, I felt like it should have happened sooner, but it did. And I thought it was a huge game as far as from a team standpoint. The entire team hanging together, the entire team pulling together. And huge, there's not a side of the ball that didn't have not just contributions, but huge contributions. So it's a fantastic team win. It's not as complete of a game as I would have liked, but, you know, we got plenty to work on.
Mike, the fact that Luke was sort of not in a rhythm that first half, how much did that contribute to you pulling him in favor of Valencia?
Well, I wanted him to see how easy it would be out there, and then he got jacked up, so.
Coach, did you give at any point Luke some sort of ultimatum or a leash and say, look, this is an option?
No, you know, the biggest thing is sometimes just an extra set of eyes as it slows down from the sideline will kind of clarify things for you, which I think it did. But, and then, you know, and then, of course, Valinsky had the hot hand at the end, and, you know, we were being cautious, and so then, and he played well.
So before you pulled him, did you let him know that that was going to be the situation, or did he just...
I don't understand the question.
Like before?
I let a lot of people know about a lot of situations today. I had more situations today than I typically have in about 3 games. But yeah, we talked about all kinds of situations.
On that note, is this one of the more wild, strange, eventful games you've coached?
No, it was a wild game. There's no question about it. You know, it was a wild game. I thought our, you know, our defense played really well early. They had a little bit of a hollow spot there in the 3rd quarter. I thought they did a good job getting turnovers. I thought special teams, we were steady and did some very consistent things, and I felt like our special teams did well. And then, you know, offensively, I think the 2 teams kind of swapped halves, really, you know.
Coach, on that Powell punt, it seems like he was trying to lift it in the air and not beat the coverage down the field. Is that what he's trying to do there to try and
I'm not sure which one. We punted way more than I'm interested in ever punting, but some of them were good ones. Most of them were good ones.
What do you think of Tyler's poise, composure, those things?
I thought after 2 series it was really good. After 2 series it was really good, I thought.